H1, it kind of speaks for itself. The fair partial budget, we're asking for adoption and approval for the 15-16 budget.
Question on H1? Seeing none. Anybody from the public have any questions on H1? Seeing none.
I got one question. This already got done, didn't it? I mean, the slab.
I can probably help you on that, Richard. The big and slab project did get started last fiscal year, but it has not been completed. So the funding carry over in this new budget year is the balance of the contract.
Yeah, the bulk of it got done, but I think they still
The contract didn't call for payment until completion for most of it.
Correct. Yeah, it's just a part of it.
Yeah, thank you.
It started in May and it was hoping to be done because of the weather and everything, it got pushed back. And other project, I guess, got
Any more questions on H1? Chair will entertain a motion.
I would move approval of each one, partial budget adoption for the
Second.
15-16.
Second. Got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Being none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. Ayes have it. H2.
Mr. Chairman, item H2 also deals with the fair, but in contrast to H1, it deals with the 2014-15 fiscal year budget rather than the 15-16 budget. It was discovered due to payroll accruals and some other expenditures that the fair exceeded the appropriations that were made by the board for the 14-15 fiscal year. They also exceeded the revenues due mainly to some revenue from the racing events that were held there. So the recommended action is to approve an appropriation retroactively for the 14-15 fiscal year to bring into compliance the expenditures that were actually made.
Does that require a board to?
Yes.
Questions? We got a motion and a second.
I'll second.
We got a motion and a second. Any questions from the board? From the public?
And I'm sorry, the motion's consistent with the action requested in the agenda.
Consistent with it. Madam Clerk, would you pull the board?
Supervisor Chapman?
Aye.
Supervisor Albert?
Aye.
Supervisor Hensel?
Aye.
Supervisor Hammond?
Aye.
Supervisor Potter?
All right. Okay, we go to H3.
Okay, item H3 and 4, Mr. Millar is going to present. These are partial capital outlay budgets for 15-16 to allow for the project to go forward before the adoption of the final budget.
Yes. H3, the aviation budget. Basically, this is the capital outlay portion of the aviation budget, which consists of two construction projects. Both are funded 90% from the California Beach Airport programs. First project, the Raven Airport project. It's an $840,000 project, widening the runway and completing asphalt overlay. And the second one is at Hurlong Airport, $455,500. He is also complete overlay.
Questions, Claire?
How would you widen it, maybe?
That, I believe, is going out at 10 feet.
10 feet. And then how come it's an asphalt overlay or asphalt concrete?
They're the same thing. Asphalt concrete is asphalt.
Okay, Judd?
Are you putting these out to bid or receiving?
Yes, they'll be out on bid. They're both should be done this year. Raven will be the first one. Hopefully, will be here next month. And depending on weather and everything else, Hurlong will follow up. We would have to be weather done and finish next spring.
Any other questions?
So Hurlong Airport is separate from Amity Field, isn't it?
Correct.
Right, that's a good point.
So I'm sure he understands that.
This is a county airport.
Kind of a quasi airport.
Any more questions? Larry, seeing none, pleasure of the board, I have a motion.
I would move to approve the capital outlay portion of the 15-16 fiscal year aviation budget in the stated amount.
Second. Motion and a second, any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, say no, ayes have it. Page 4, Larry.
Okay, this is the road budget. This actually is capital outlay portion of our road operating budget, which is the equipment and project one, and it's the entire road construction budget. Under the road operating budget, getting $625,000. That's basically equipment purchases. This year we'd like to replace a flatbed truck, a motor grader, and a loader. And there's also funding set aside under the buildings and improvements. As you recall, it was probably about a month ago, it came to the board with direction to proceed with possible acquisition of the property at the Westman Road Shop that's on. So there's money set aside.
Question for Larry. Okay.
You have in here you're going to buy a motor
Yes.
$330,000.
Right.
Have you explored the option of leasing one with the emissions deal that we're going through? And
We have. We've looked into that. We did that a few years ago in fact. Overall, I think it's better to purchase one myself. I can come back with some more information on what you want.
the only thing I know about this emissions deal is that everybody that's bought equipment here lately that has emissions control on these diesel engines are having a lot of trouble with them. And if we own it, it's already going to pay for it. You know, and the warranty runs out at some point in time, where if we were just to lease it, we need.
Yeah, we've had the new equipment we've got that with the engines compliant. We haven't had problems with that. But when you have an older piece of equipment, you have to put the filter on. We've had trouble with those.
The new ones you buy, of course, are going to be compliant.
Right.
So we have had, and we're looking at one that's compliant. We're not getting them older when we have to put a filter on.
It'll be compliant to today's standard. I mean, I know you're saying I bought a tractor and I just got the DPS on it and it didn't work and it shut down the tractor and it was. But I mean, you buy something new, it's got the warranty on it too, so I mean, hopefully it didn't cost me nothing. But no, I think it's better off myself to go with owning our own. Any other questions, Larry, Aaron?
Yeah, I had the same thing as Jeff did, I was wondering about the leasing option, because, for the same reasons he stated, and also for
What we done with carb yet?
yeah, and it's,
Well, we're never being compliant.
We'll never be done.
it's forever developing, and then,
And this is federal.
Right.
DEF is federal, not state.
I understand that.
and then you have a loader replacement, $200,000, but then after that you have like C11, column 15, 280.
Right, those are basically the equipment we're getting surplus. So we're basically getting rid of, some of those are cabs and some are loaders. So we're basically
You're
getting rid of, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of equipment and replacing the loader. Let's see, there's 2 that will be loaders, 3 will be loaders that we're replacing with 1, and then 2 are some old cabs that we actually have used for years.
Okay.
And we will be coming back to the board later on with an item to go for auction.
Okay. And then on the next page, under your revenues, you have sale of fixed assets. Would you sell there for?
That would be those loaders and cats.
Oh,
Yeah, that's just the main revenue from the selling those.
and then you go on up to the account number 6800, which is the Federal Forest Reserve. Is that part of the SRS payments, or is that the actual timber receipts? I mean, because I can see that really changing over a couple of years.
Yes, it's very influx. That's an estimate on the best guess estimate for now. We did just last week receive the rest of our last year's data, the old force reserve, and it pretty much matched the 735 that I estimated last fiscal year.
And so with the elimination of the SRS being phased out here in 2 years, what do you expect that to be with the extra contingency? I mean, you're going to be, what are you now, you're 800,000 right now. What do you anticipate that going to be with the extra contingencies?
There's still legislation looking at that. I mean, one out there is looking at a 6-year bill coming through, and that would actually show us a little more income than probably 875. On the other end, if that doesn't pass, and you only get an extension for 2 years, we may be looking at half of that.
I think that was all. Thank you.
That is Mr. Alba. Anybody else have questions for Larry? Myself, I support buying a deal with the used. You buy used, and then you got nothing but trouble, and you got to pay for it out of your pocket.
Well, I'm not saying buy a used one, I'm saying lease it.
Lease it.
I have one other question. I don't know if everybody else had, but on the back of mine, we had a fuel invoice.
Yeah, I noticed that. That must have got stuck with the pack when we scanned it. That has nothing to do with the budget.
That's supposed to be there.
Sorry about that.
We got to look at that more closely.
I think there's 2 pages there.
It's all
Nothing to do
Westwood.
with the budget.
Yeah, it's all listed. I was just curious.
That's okay. It's all Westwood. We pay for it. All right. No more questions for Larry. What's the pleasure of the board? You have a motion? We're only talking about how many million? We're talking about 9 million. Paving don't go far, does it?
No, and the major part of the column out there is our big construction projects. The last page of your packet there, excluding the fuel bill, is the proposed projects. You'll see several of the bridge projects, Skyline on our James Main Street, Mooney Road. So that's the bulk of the expenditures.
Right, road construction project, bridge construction.
And this year we are slated to construct both Mesa Bridges, Mooney Road, and we should have one road rehab this construction year. As far as construction, several of the others are in different phases.
What's the plans for Center Road? Because I mean, once you get past Robertson Slough, that one straight stretch going out there.
It's a lot of traffic.
It does. Well, I've had several of the CEOs ask me about it here recently about.
It's a project under the STIP for an overlay. It's out in 3 years. So I think we're going to have to go in and do some more grind outs and patches like we did
A lot of patching and cracks.
because it's not going to last.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it's kind of far apart.
Yeah.
It carries a heavy amount.
Good, especially about 2 o'clock.
Well,
You don't want to be on that road at 2
that's
o'clock.
one of the shit.
I got another question. So yesterday we were at transportation meeting, we were talking about the weeds along the roads.
Right.
Getting up. Is that part of in your road maintenance project? Is that part of the gravel / shoulders? Is that where or does that go up under weed spraying?
It's under weed spraying and regular maintenance.
Okay. And then on the weed spraying, is that to kill the grass and the weeds, or is that just for noxious weeds? That you get the county?
We are working with with Craig. We have a test plot actually sprayed out on Richmond Road to see if we can start incorporating that into actually killing the roadside weeds, and not just the grasses, weeds, and everything. So hopefully that'll work out. We can ramp that program a little more in the future.
Will you have fun to do that countywide?
We'll have to phase it in. I mean, it'll be an expense for us. Now we've basically been trying to mow them, and that doesn't work out very well. Every time we have the time to get them mowed, and then the rains come, get back at it, and it gets so dry we start fires. So it's a hassle. So we can try to incorporate some of the spraying at least on the summer.
Very good, thank you.
But yeah, it'll just be a budgetary item. I'll have to get into the future budget.
Larry, do you have a ballpark idea, estimate, what it would cost to overlay a mile of road? jump money for all the money in public roads, all the money for paving, I'm thinking, it costs a lot of money to, a mile, $1 million don't go very far, paving.
No, I would, probably like a 2-3 inch overlay, probably be around 800,000. Yeah, just a 2-lane.
That's about what I think. Okay, any more questions?
Yeah, one more.
Jim?
The governor has called the legislature into a special session to parallel the existing sessions, and one of them is focusing specifically on infrastructure, roads, bridges, that kind of stuff. So they're looking at some, I mean, it's like, I want to say it's like $70 billion of projects or something that are out there that need to be, they're trying to figure out how to fund them, because they've got to come up with money, and so I'm sure they'll probably involve some additional gas taxes and other things. But how much of that, I mean, is that, are we contributing to that in terms of a list of what they're looking at, or are we kind of sitting out on the peripheral?
No, I've turned in some
Project estimates?
Yeah.
So
estimates.
some of these projects that you're talking about being 2 and 3 years out, you know, is it, I mean, obviously in some cases, like with Center Road, I mean, you may not be able to wait that long. So if Sacramento does come up with a relief plan, it's possible that maybe.
Oh, definitely, yeah, I've got Center Road, A3 is another one that's, you know, we need to spend a lot of money on, so yeah, there's some huge projects out there.
Yeah, any more questions? Seeing none, we have a motion to approve the partial budget.
I would make a motion that we approve the fiscal year 15-16 partial road budget amount of $9 million for the capital outlay.
Second? Is that second? Kick up. Jim, second. Got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Questions from the public? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Ayes have it. Okay, we'll go on to H5, then take a 5-minute break, because the staff actually we need to get rid of. Come on. I don't mean it like that, get rid of it. Get your back to it.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, these are projects that we've already began.
Well, say your name.
I'm sorry, Captain Kevin Jones, last name. These are projects we already began. The CGI contract with the phones, or DGI, I'm sorry, is set to be implemented by the end of the month. And the control systems contract was signed about 2 weeks ago, Mr. Egan, and ICS has been boots on the ground, and we're getting rolling. So we're asking to just go ahead and incorporate that into the 15-16 budget.
Okay, questions for Kevin? See none?
We're good, huh?
Everybody's happy? Any questions from the staff or anybody in the public? See none? Shut up. Give it. Can I get a motion out of one? You got a motion, a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. Ayes have it. Thank you, Kevin. We'll take a 5-minute break, and then we got 10:30.
Okay, I'm gonna head on over to